afternoon, I'm Beth Ewer.
And I'm Billy Mully, and this is Liverpool Live.
Here are today's headlines. Police have launched a murder probe in Southport after a man was found dead in the street early yesterday evening. 2 of Liverpool's postmasters have today been cleared of false charges following one of the UK's most widespread miscarriages of justice. We speak to a Northern Independence Party candidate as his party fights for a free North. And finally, the UK's first club night to be hosted in Liverpool since the pandemic sells out in just one day. Our top story. 2 men have been arrested after the body of a 32-year-old man was found in Southport. The body was discovered on Eastbourne Road just before 5 p.m. It is not yet known how he died, and the police have called for anyone who may have information to come forward. 2 Liverpool post office workers, along with 37 others across the country, have had their convictions quashed today. The workers were accused of stealing money, and many were imprisoned. The case is said to be one of the most widespread miscarriages of justice to ever occur, with 736 people wrongfully prosecuted over 14 years. Popular nightclub Circus is to host the UK's first nightclub event since the pandemic, with 6,000 clubbers in attendance over the next 2 nights as part of the government's events research programme. Partygoers will not have to wear a mask or socially distance. Our reporter, Paddy Edrick, spoke to locals about the proposals.
So we're here in the Liverpool dock area to hear from locals to get their thoughts about the proposed event.
I like the idea that it's coming back to normal and we'll be able to be together again and start mixing, but at the same time it's a lot of people in a lot of space.
Definitely a step in the right direction in terms of getting live events back. Otherwise, I don't really see when it would happen if people don't make a step in the right, to start doing these.
A new political party formed to draw attention to northern inequality is gaining traction across the region. The Northern Independence Party has 3 councillor candidates running in local elections in May in Merseyside. The party, formed in November last year, already has the highest number of Twitter followers of any other minor party and over 1,000 paying members. Harry Glover is a Northern Independent Party endorsed candidate for Liverpool Greenbank.
Things better in the north for people. Trying to look after the people here better than the governments have done previously. For far too long, everything has been invested in the south. There's been hardly anything done up here. You just look at the transport figures for London. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's something like 500, 600, or even thousands per head in London, whereas I think in the northeast it was 3 or 4 quid per head. And I don't know what I think around here, it's just a bit more than in the northeast, but you could just show them figures and just see, well, how is that fair? We're all meant to be the same country. They call it one nation Conservatives, but is it one nation? It's mainly just Westminster and the rest.
Liverpudlians have been basking in the warm weather all week, but with temperatures topping 19 degrees, today marks the hottest day of the year so far.
Merseyside is starting to feel itself again as the warm weather and easing of COVID restrictions sees the city's warm buzz slowly return. These scenes filmed today across the city centre show packed beer gardens as businesses and people are fully beginning to return to some sense of normality.
That's all for the news. Over to Billy with the sport.
Thank you, Beth. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp faced the media today for the first time since the collapse of the Super League. The club's principal owner, John W. Henry, apologised for his role within the scandal on Wednesday morning, but he's yet to speak to Klopp directly.
Or we hadn't. I don't think, to be honest, it's necessary because I felt, or I think I was mentioned in the apology, and the team as well. So that was personal.
Liverpool play Newcastle at Saturday lunchtime in another important game in the Champions League race. Klopp confirmed also that Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota were fit and available, but Nat Phillips is still out with a hamstring injury. Everton host Arsenal in the Premier League tonight and will be hoping to put an end to 5 games without a league victory. Toffee's boss Carlo Ancelotti will be boosted by the return of Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Yerry Mina as they head towards a fully fit squad.
Yeah, not only them. We have back Gomez, we have back Delph, we have back Bernard, and so The squad is much better. I have a lot of options, and so I am pleased and confident.
Everton's European ambitions still remain intact, and that is something that Ancelotti is particularly happy with.
To me, at the beginning of the season, you will be at 7 games to the end there to fight. I will sign the document without problem. And so I think we have no regrets.
Merseyside football fans are still up in arms over the Super League proposals, which have dominated one of the most controversial weeks in our nation's sport. Their main concern is that fans should not be punished for the antics of club owners.
I think he's just interested in money. I don't think he's invested in Liverpool Football Club.
I think it's just all coming down to money and greed, isn't it? And, you know, when you think about it really, a lot of these clubs have got enough money as it is.
Yeah, they should be punished, but it shouldn't be like the supporters or the clubs or, you know, the fans.
Yeah, I think they should be fined, yeah. I don't agree with the points deduction because that's not fair on the fans. But yeah, the club should be punished.
Rugby League, St Helens maintained their winning streak last night with an 18-10 victory over Huddersfield Giants. Saints coach Christian Wolff praised their opponents' efforts in the hard-fought match.
You know, as we knew Huddersfield were going to do, they came to play and they came to, they were desperate and they worked really hard. So that obviously made it tough and made a real good, tough game of footy.
St Helens remain top of the Super League table going into the 5th round. In cricket, Lancashire are currently 391 for 7 in the second day of their LV County Championship clash with Kent. Luke Wood and Danny Lamb are on 98 and 65 respectively in a seemingly perfect day for Lancashire. That's all for today's sport. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.